Hi guys, Julie the Oracle here. So I've decided to do something a little bit different today. I learned this technique through some tarot classes that I took. My mentor not only taught me tarot, but he also showed me some different techniques in a class that I was in on like narratives. How to tell a story with the tarot cards, which is kind of interesting. We really loved his ideas. It's very innovative. And I just wanted to say, like, since taking it, I've worked hard to kind of improve on this skill. And so today I'm going to do a love reading. It's going to be a general love reading. I pulled a card. I got the Queen of Wands, so that kind of helped me pick out a question. So my question for today that I've decided is, what actions are they going to take next? So this is going to be your person, whether you have met them or not. For the most of you, it's going to be somebody that you've met, that you like, that you may be involved in, whether you're friends or you're dating or in a relationship. We're just going to see what the cards have to say. So I pulled two cards here. I have the King of Swords and I have the Ace of Cups. So what I'm going to do is kind of give a reading off these two cards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the deck and I'm going to flip it over. And we're going to start with this card and I'm going to start reading. And then I have quite a few oracles for you. So, that being said, let's start. So what actions are they going to take next? So, first of all, I just want to say there's a lot of different situations here, and this situation, it might fit you, it might not. It's not going to be for everybody. I think that we're going to speak for the majority here, but there's always going to be a few of those stragglers on the backside that may not have a situation that turns out this way. Or maybe your situation goes a little bit differently. It could take shorter, could take longer. It just depends. But the best thing is, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. Whatever it feels, but you know inside if it matches with you. So that being said, what actions are they going to take next? Well, the King of Swords says that this person thinks about you. This person is thinking about you a lot. And I love like the different birds and things in here. You got the bat and you got the crow, you've got the owl. There's a lot of wisdom here, a lot of intelligence, a lot of knowledge going on here. And the bat's one of those people that's really good at listening. So that's kind of what I think of when I hear bats use that sonar to find their meals and things like that. They can be blind to things, but you are heavily on this person's mind. And this is completely gender fluid, so it doesn't matter if it represents male, female. It's either way. It goes either way. So the King of Swords is just saying that this person definitely has you on their mind right now. They've been thinking about you. You know, you've left a really great impression on them. And the Ace of Cups speaks to a new beginning, and this is a new beginning in love. I will say it could be in friendship, or it could be a friendship that could blossom into more. I've said it a lot on here before. I know I say this all the time, so you're going to hear me repeat a lot, but I love this quote. But oftentimes, the best relationships are often rooted in friendship. So I want to say that this could be a big thing, and it's good because you get to know somebody, and you get to know who your friends are, and then, you know, if something more develops, that's great. It's beautiful. So the first two cards are basically telling me that this person is thinking about you a lot, and they want a new beginning and love for you. Their feelings are growing. They can't get you off their mind. And I see all the blue here. So I see that words, some of them may have told you, and then some of them may be hiding it. You know, the blue's in the background. They're thinking, I need to tell her. This lady's wearing a blue shirt. It's like, you need to talk from your heart and tell the person, hey, I like you. I'd like to date you. You know, or maybe you're wanting to take another step if you already know them, but you're afraid it's going to ruin the friendship. Or, you know, if you guys are friends, I think you can stay friends. I do believe in it. It all depends on you. If you can handle having a friendship that turns into more, if for whatever reason it doesn't work out, I think you could maintain a friendship and then you still have a close bond. Some people can't, but if it's for you, you're going to know it's for you. If it doesn't work out, you're going to know if you can handle it or not. And you can always go your separate ways if that matters. But, you know, when you really love somebody and you really care about them, you know, you want them in your life. That being said, the beginning of her story is that somebody's thinking about you and wants a new beginning in love. And so we're going to turn it over. So on the bottom of the pile, I have the Knight of Swords. I love this. I love this. The Knight of Swords is all about action. So He's running. He's running, and his thoughts are running. He's thinking about taking action. He wants to he wants to rush over and like, and I say he, she, them. In this card, it looks like a male, but either way, like I said, gender fluid. But this person wants to rush over and tell you how they feel. But this is in their head. So in their head, they're thinking like a little irrationally right now. It's like a little impulsive. They want to just run in and do that, but they're really thinking about it because they don't want to do it wrong, and they don't want to screw it up either. They want to make sure it's right, because ultimately they're thinking about, how can I best approach this person and tell them that, I think about them a lot and I would like to have a new beginning with them in a romantic sense. And then you have, whoops, I almost pulled two. You have the Page of Pentacles. I love it. I love it. Page of Pentacles. This is the messenger. Again, this is somebody wanting to send a message about deepening that relationship that you have. If it is a friendship, they're wanting to push it more into the romantic direction. And that's what the Page of Pentacles is saying. Ooh, and then we got this. We got the Tower. Oh no. Now don't go, ooh, scary, it's bad. It's not bad. It's the Tower. So with the Tower, this can be, sudden upheaval, like pulling the rug out from under your feet. But it can also be like an aha moment, like a revelation. Somebody, like the light bulb going on over your head, like, oh, I just realized something. So I'm going to pair it with something. The Tower came right before the Six of Cups. This is my soulmate card. And so, wow. With this, the soulmate card tells me this person, their Tower moment wasn't a bad thing. That they may have had this sudden, they may have been struck by lightning, so to speak. As in, oh, I just realized that, this person they're wondering why they're drawn to you. It could be because you have a spiritual connection. You could have some type of past life connection, like some type of soul connection. So they could be like a soulmate, a twin flame, and they could be a divine counterpart. But, and that depends on what you believe. I'm going to let you believe what you want to believe. I tend to believe in some of it, but we don't really know how it works. A lot of people think they have it down. And I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a whole Twin Flames universe group out there that's on YouTube. No thanks. I was watching the documentary on that. I do not agree with the approach that they took to people and trying to force people to be different genders and things like that. And trying to force people to not be who they are. And then forcing them together because they just claim that they channel messages. That's not how it works. And they're a very bad representation of the spiritual community. So I just want to say, as someone in the spiritual community, they don't represent me and others like me. But when it comes to your soulmate, this person, if you want this documentary, by the way, yeah, it's on Amazon Prime, and there's going to be another one dropping in November in Netflix. Go check it out. I mean, it's really fascinating stuff, so you can learn what the red flags are and what not to listen to. That's going to be the big thing. Pay attention to how you feel. Always pay attention to your intuition and who you truly are. Be your authentic self. That's what I'm going to say. Now, back to the reading. Yes, the Tower card, the Six of Cups came right after. So I'm thinking that your person kind of realized that there's a spiritual connection, that they're very bonded with you, and they have very powerful feelings for you. Their love is growing. And that's kind of what I get from the Six of Cups. And then it's funny because right after that, not only do they realize that you have a spiritual connection, but the lovers, oh yeah, the lovers. This is what they want. They feel like that you have the potential to be this amazing romantic connection between the two of you, that you could have a wonderful relationship. And following that is the Three of Pentacles. Not only do they want the lovers, but the Three of Pentacles is kind of like, for me, this card represents family. It's like wanting a family and starting a family, collaborating with each other, being teamwork. This is like being partners. And the Three of Pentacles is about growing that foundation of friendship into something more, growing into this romantic relationship, building a foundation for your relationship. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. And that's followed by the Strength card. I love it. The Strength card. We need strength here because it's so nerve-wracking. They want all these things with you, but this person is so like, oh, okay. They look at the greens and blues. They need to tell you, and they have a lot of love. They're coming from a heart space, so it's genuine. The love is genuine. They want to tell you how they feel. They are worried about rejection. They're worried about all the things that could go wrong. What if they don't say it right? What if What if they don't show up? What if they're too late? What if you decide to be with someone else? You know, there's so many things going through their head. So just listen when they do. Just hear them out. You know, it'll be your choice what you choose to do next. But you're obviously listening to this reading for a reason. And then the Knight of Pentacles. This is slow moving energy, but this is the offer of a relationship coming in. All this beautiful abundance of, you know, work and home and relationships. For me, the Pentacles kind of entail all that. This person wants to make a home with you. They want to have a relationship with you. And they're hoping that if it turns out good, they have the strength to carry it through. They're going to come bring you this offer, and like you'll get to know each other better, spend time dating a little bit, and they're going to want to offer you this relationship. Because they see you as very like a single independent person. They see that you are very creative and you're outgoing, and maybe you're even shy, I don't know, but they see all these beautiful attributes in you. And so, and like that you're a very peaceful person, and you might even be intuitive with that because the doves are messengers of God. But, you know, I think this is really beautiful. But they see you as a kind and loving person, and you just have this beautiful energy about you, and they're drawn to it, and they like that you have this independency, that you do things for yourself, you think for yourself, and you probably have amazing conversations and debates, like not bad debates, like you don't argue, but you can actually open each other's minds, which is a beautiful thing. And I think that you know and they know, because after this you got the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is beautiful. The High Priestess can speak of somebody hiding their feelings. This person may be holding back on their feelings, but it's also of a knowing. The High Priestess is very highly intuitive. This is trusting your intuition, and they're like, you know what, this is my person, and they want to come forward to you, and I think that they eventually will. So make sure, like if you are in contact, make sure you encourage it. If this is what you want, you know, be open, be honest, be encouraging, have some compassion, be understanding. You know that if you get frustrated, like, you know that they like you because you can pick up on it, and you're frustrated they won't tell you. It's like they just need that safe space to be able to tell you. Funny thing, we have Death and Rebirth. All right. Death and Rebirth. This represents transformation. I think this will be the transformation of your relationship. Whatever it is, it's going to grow into something bigger and better and more beautiful. And all of this will occur after the Page of Cups, which this is the messenger where they're going to show up and be like, I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. And they're going to say like, or they're going to tell you, this is the messenger of, I need to tell you how I feel. And so that messenger is coming. That message is coming to you. And, you know, look at all the water, the emotions, and it's up to his throat chakra. So they're ready to tell you. And it's great, you know, and I want to say for some of you, I mean, this person's had a hard road and they've been carrying this burden for a while, and it'll be such a relief that they're finally making movement towards you, and they're going to go ahead and risk it all. You know, even despite the fact that Eight of Cups, they are worried that you're going to walk away from them and their feelings, and they're going to break their heart. But somewhere in the Ace of Wands, it's an opportunity. You have the opportunity of passion, attraction, and desire, and this can also speak to a spiritual connection, being that it's in the third eye. That they or you can both see that, you can see that there is something special here, and they know that it's worth the risk. And so, you know, they have been quite in their feels about it. Five of Cups, and this is emotional, but this is about changes. And they know that this could change everything, and they're really, really hopeful of a positive outcome. They're trying to step into the Emperor energy and take control of their life, take control of their feelings and their thoughts, and go, I need to do this. I can't spend the rest of my life wondering if they like me. I need to step forward and let them know how I feel. It's better to rip that Band-Aid off, you know, because it could turn out in your favor. And if it doesn't, at least you don't have to worry anymore. But I think that it's going to be okay with that spiritual connection. You have the Sun. Isn't that great? They step into their power and they see that you are a powerful person. They're going to tell you, and happiness ensues. And all that worrying and the Nine of Wands, they can put all that anxiety and worry and all those fears behind them. That's great. And, you know, they won't have to sit there and dwell on all of that. That's nerve-wracking. You don't need that anxiety. So they'll put that anxiety behind them, And then you've got the Two of Pentacles. They're going to learn. They want to choose you. This is about choices, but the Two of Pentacles can also represent twin flames from what I've heard. It can represent that duality, that partnership. And so this could be the two of you coming together and learning to balance your lives together, and, you know, both your independency and, but, you know, your time together. It's going to be great, but this could take a while. And I say that because the Three of Wands came out. This can be hesitation on their part because those worries are still getting to them, and they're working up the knowledge. Sorry, my computer making stupid noises. And they're working up the knowledge to step forward, but this can be a card of patience and a card of hesitation and delays. So just keep in mind that, you know, they want to do it, but they're hesitating. They're sitting there looking, they're like, I want to go into this. They could have been hurt in the past, because we got the Hangman here, so they're kind of stuck. They're trying to get a new perspective on it. You know, this can be a card of transformation within. So this could be them going, you know, I need to change how I do things, because I'm not going to be happy if I don't ever speak up for myself and how I feel. So the Page of Wands speaks of movement. Look at them. They're happy, and they want to be able to just come towards you with all that love and happiness, and they want to tell you how they feel. They want to show that attraction for you. And the Page of Swords shows that they are watching you. They are observing you to try to pick up any clues that you might be interested, because it would definitely make them a little bit more at ease with coming forward. You know, but they still have that worry. They're in their head. They have all these ideas of, you know, what's going to happen. It could play out a myriad of different ways. And so, like, they're worried about the bad scenarios, about, you know, Ten of Swords. They're worried that, you know, this could be over. What if it affects your friendship? That's something they're really, really worried about. But even though they may feel like things could be over if they tell you, they have a knowing, guys. They have a knowing. Their knowing is Two of Cups. This is their partner. You're their partner. And this might be you wanting to approach them too. So this is your partner. And this is somebody that you're going to end up being partners. You don't have to worry about that walking away. They're sitting here thinking that the worst case scenario, but you're like, hey, I want to be your partner. And Seven of Pentacles, I want to build with you. I want to plant the seeds of this relationship and watch it grow into a beautiful long-term relationship. You know, that's what they want. And so you got to get out of your head, or they got to get out of their head. Stop worrying so much. They feel trapped, like they can't tell you, but they're breaking free so that they can tell you. So the Knight of Cups can bring that offer of love. and so you can have your happy ending, complete emotional fulfillment, your Ten of Cups. This is you guys being happy. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you get married. Maybe you buy a house. Like maybe you get cats and dogs. I don't know. Whatever you do, you're going to do it, and you're going to be happy with it. And I want to end the reading on that note, because that is beautiful. Sometimes that just tells me where the story ends. But I know for you, this is a happy ending, but it's just the beginning for the two of you. So you're going to go on to another cycle of getting to know each other and dating, and just enjoy it. Enjoy it. And then, okay. So now I have some oracle cards for you. In this case, this one says, and it's ascendant, it says withdraw. Withdraw. For some of you, if you're like not sure, they may withdraw before they come back. That's kind of what I'm getting. If it's you, you might want to withdraw and really think about things like, you know, do I want to risk, you know, this friendship and stuff like that? It's your decision, your free will, but you never know if you don't try. So if you decide to, go ahead and take that risk. I think it's going to be worth it for the majority of you. But some of you, if they do decide to walk away, then I would say, like, you need to withdraw and like work on healing yourself. And that way you can come back stronger, and the next person isn't going to walk away from you. The next person will be your person. Sometimes that's how it happens, for sure. And then let's see the next one. So, and your person may withdraw a little bit. Sometimes before they make a big decision like this, they withdraw to really think about it. It's kind of like going into hermit mode. And they're going to want to just really make sure they're making the right decision. And that is going to be the best decision for both of you. So it's always good to talk about it. When they do come to talk to you, hear them out. Really talk to him about it. Decide what you want. Just both need to be, you need to have mutual feelings and be on the same page. Moonology says new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. And I like that. So give of your time. Make sure you give them the time and make sure you hear them. Sometimes we speak over others and we need to stop and listen. People need to be heard. Your angel guidance card, forgiveness and understanding. If they come to you like, I'm so sorry, I should have told you sooner, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you, I just was afraid to tell you, forgive them. Don't get mad because they didn't tell you right away. You know, it's like, it takes a lot for people to do this because they can be so used to being hurt or being rejected. And it's hard to overcome the fear that comes with it. It's like a deer in the headlights, stage fright almost. So forgive them and also just be understanding if they come to you and it's taken them a while to talk about it. Like, just listen and understand and have compassion. Your Halloween oracle, Skull of Flowers. It's creating through the ashes. I like that. Kind of has Phoenix vibes to me. So this person may have gone through a transformation, or you may have gone through a transformation, and maybe that's why you're becoming a better version of yourself, or they are, and that tends to make your energy like just sparkle a little bit more. And it really does draw a lot of new people towards you. It draws people that are interested in you, not just in friendship, but in romantic ways. And that Phoenix energy is beautiful to watch. And people see you for you. And maybe you're seeing them for them. And maybe they've transformed and you're just like, wow, this person's amazing. And you're proud of them and they're trying to come forward now because they feel worthy of you and you're worthy of them. So just hear them out. Your secret language of color card is chocolate. I love this. It's number 13, which reduces to 4, which is stability. And then, yeah, who doesn't like chocolate? Unless you're allergic, sorry. But nourish your body and soul. So make sure you do that self-care. If you need to withdraw or do that self-care to, you don't have to answer right away. You can have a whole conversation and be like, hey, do you mind if I sleep on it? Let me think about this. And, that's going to put them through some worry, but even if it does, you have to do what's best for you. So if they're willing to talk to you, hear them out, decide. If you need time, give yourself time. Just make sure you self-care. And then your romance angel card, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. This isn't for everybody. And then again, it may be. Everybody should know the red flags in a relationship. Don't let anybody guilt trip you, manipulate you, gaslight you, abuse you in any way. Nobody should lift a hand to you in a physical way, but they shouldn't be abusing you mentally or emotionally, spiritually, or even financially. So, and this goes for all of that. But it isn't just that. Sometimes people do have red flags. Like if this person is interested in you and they're trying to pressure you and they're not giving you time to think, take that as a red flag. Because I think for the majority of you, this is just somebody that's nervous and they really like you. And I think they have good intentions, like their heart's in the right place. But for some of you, a small portion that may be watching, you might have somebody approaching you that you may not be that interested in. You have free will. You can always say no. And if they're not taking no for an answer, that's a huge red flag. So make sure you watch out for those red flags. Like make sure that they're respecting your boundaries and respecting your time and space. Respecting you. And make sure if they really loved you and they really like you and they want something in the future with you, they're going to give you all the time in the world to decide. They're going to show you that respect. They will show you that love. And you'll know. Because if it doesn't feel right, walk away. I have the Hidden Truth Oracle here, just 2 cards. Your person's higher self says, I hope one day you can forgive me. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Either way. They want to be forgiven. Maybe they're thinking that you're going to be mad because they didn't tell you about their feelings. It's okay. Or maybe you feel this way. You're hoping they'll forgive you because you didn't tell them. There's a chance that they maybe have been interested and you were like, no, but then your feelings grew and now you're like, crap, I got to tell them. And they're going to think that I lied about it. No. Just have compassion and listen. And then other one, I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay. This speaks to that spiritual connection I told you about. I think that somebody has had a realization, that tower moment has gone, oh, we have a spiritual connection. And that's why you guys are so drawn to each other and it's magnetizing. And you might like each other. You might feel each other's emotions or pain. You may have a telepathic connection and you just like, wow, you always finish each other's sentences. There's things like that. It's a beautiful thing. So I have some channeled love messages that I pulled, about 5 of them. Your person is saying, I need to work on myself right now. For some of you, they might need to. Maybe that's why they're not coming forward. They're trying to work on themselves and get themselves to a healthy place, mentally and emotionally or physically, that they can step forward and go, hey, you know, I'm in a good place now. I'm stable. I'm taking care of my body and soul, and you know, I'm in a place where I'm ready to date, and I'm interested in you. Do you want to date? You know, they're getting themselves there. So have patience. Meeting you was the highlight of my life. Yep. You ever meet somebody and you're just like, I love you. You're going to be in my life forever. Like, you're my best friend. I know that feeling all too well. There's been plenty of ups and downs, but that person is in my life for a reason, and God-given. And I am so grateful. You know, even when things aren't going well, or if there are ups and downs, or we have a disagreement, like, I love that person with all my heart. And I truly am there for them as a friend. And I can only hope that things work out, you know, because sometimes, you know, things happen. You end up separated, or you don't talk for a while. But some friendships are made to last, and these spiritual connections, they're the real deal. They are strong. You are bonded. No matter what you do, you can try to be away from each other, but you still stay in contact because there's something undeniable there that you can't stay away from each other. And I have friends like that. The highlight of my life, you know, and it changed my life too. This person says, I hide my feelings for you. Wow. That is somebody hiding. We saw that with the High Priestess, and we may have seen that in a few other cards where they're like holding back. They don't want to tell their feelings to you. So yeah, they're hiding their feelings until they're ready to tell you. But they also say, I have so much desire for you. Ooh. They're attracted to you. They desire you. They may be intellectually and emotionally connected to you as well. And this person just flat out says it. Higher self says, I am in love with you, but afraid to tell you. There we go. There we go. How funny is that? And how it works out. And I pulled the oracle cards well before I did the reading, so I just kind of went with it. But, you know, it's funny. I just like, how are these going to work out? But they do. And to end on a light note as well, instead of a loving note, I have the Inner Effing Peace deck here. And it says, guess I'll just chill. On the other side, it says, all blissed out and nowhere to go. So I think this is a beautiful relationship that you have, a good friendship. And I think that it's going to continue to be a beautiful friendship, or it's going to blossom into something loving and romantic. And you're going to be happy. You're going to sit there with your cup of coffee and have some macaroons. Like, this is a beautiful image to end on. You're going to be content. That's what I get from it. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for tuning in. Until next